So this is your substitution z equal to r e raised to I theta. This is your exponential form complex number which is in the exponential form, because this is your general formula z equal to r e raised to I theta, Cartesian form, polar form and exponential form. So this we know. So from that you can remember the substitution as z minus a equal to r e raised to I theta. So here directly you can remember this z minus a equal to r e raised to I theta is your substitution. When this substitution we have to use in the example which is of the type the integration function is given and with the curve C, and that curve C is the circle equation, then you can use this substitution. That is, curve is mentioned as the equation of circle and integration function is given, then you can use this substitution z minus a equal to r e raised to I theta. Now this type of as we are using this substitution, so this example is converted into the 12th standard example, regular substitution method example, integration example. So the integration is from integration is dz upon z minus a. So here we have to put dz value. So as and for denominator z minus a you can directly put z minus a equal to r e raised to I theta. So put here z minus a equal to r e raised to I theta. Then for numerator dz we have to take the derivative of this z. So z derivative is dz is equal to, here we have to take the right side derivative with respect to theta. So z derivative is dz is equal to r is constant, because here in this substitution left side variable is z and right side variables are r and theta. So left side derivative is dz and on right side r we have to take as a constant. So and which is in the multiplication form. So write this constant r as it is and take the derivative of e raised to I theta with respect to theta. So we have to use e raised to bracket formula. E raised to bracket integration is e raised to bracket derivative is e raised to bracket into derivative of bracket. This is your general formula. So here the value of b is I theta. So put b value I theta in this formula. So we have e raised to I theta derivative is e raised to I theta into derivative of I theta. E raised to I theta into derivative of I theta. So derivative of I theta is, again in this I is constant, so write as it is, which is in the multiplication form. So while taking the derivative write as it is that constant. So I as it is and theta derivative is d theta. So here z derivative is dz. You can take the derivative of this first function or second function, because z derivative is dz and minus a is constant, so its derivative is 0. So dz equal to r constant as it is, e raised to I theta derivative is from this e raised to bracket formula, e raised to I theta into derivative of I theta. Derivative of I theta is I is constant, right as it is, and theta derivative is d theta. So this is your value of dz. So put value of dz here, r e raised to I theta I d theta, and upon z minus a substitution is r e raised to I theta. Then to solve the integration, here we just put the values of dz and z minus a. So here integration limits are not given. So from this curve nature, the curve is given as the circle equation. So from this circle equation we have to find the limits of this integration. So what are the limits? So C is the circle. Which circle? Mod z minus a equal to r, and this is your general circle, mod z minus a equal to r. This is your general equation of circle where C is the center, that is a0, and radius is r. So this as a formula you can remember. So here a0 center means the circle lies in the first quadrant. So a0 take here randomly take the point a0 in the first quadrant and with the radius r and draw the circle. This is your circle. And what are the limits? So how to take the limits of this integration? So here this is your circle and to cover this area of this circle we have to start from this point 0, and when we pass on this edge of the circle complete when we stop at the same point. That is, we have to start from this point, and here theta is, this is your xy plane, and here the angle is on xy plane, here the angle is theta equal to, theta means the value of angle, so theta is 0, and when we cover this area of this circle and this area of this circle complete when we stop again at the same point. So but we can't take the limits as theta equal to 0 to 0, because here the integration is with respect to theta, so we have to put these limits as theta values, that is theta equal to lower limit, theta equal to upper limit. So here we can't take theta equal lower limit as theta equal to 0 and upper limit as theta equal to 0. We get this same point when we cover this circle, but this is your lower limit and this is your upper limit, so we have to start from this point. So here theta angle is 0, and when we cover this whole circle and again reach this same point, here theta value we have to take the next value of the angle, that is theta equal to 2 pi. Here the next angle is, first angle is theta equal to 0, the next angle is 2 pi. So for lower limit theta equal to 0 is your lower limit, and when we cover this circle we get the same point, but we have to take the next angle, that is theta equal to 2 pi. So from this circle equation we get the limits. So these are the typical steps while we solve such type of example. Integration function is given and the curve C is given as the circle equation. Then use the substitution, and for the limits we have to draw that circle, and from that circle we can get the limits, lower limit and upper limit of the value of theta. So here put lower limit as 0, upper limit as 2 pi, and the dz value is ri e raised to I theta d theta, z minus a is r e raised to I theta. This is your substitution, and regularly take the integration of this function with respect to theta. So with respect to theta, first simplify this, r get cancelled, then take I outside, e raised to I theta, e raised I theta get cancelled, and I into integration from 0 to 2 pi d theta. So what is the integration of d theta? Dx integration is x, so d theta integration is theta. This is your formula. So d theta integration is theta from 0 to 2 pi. So first put upper limit I as it is, upper limit, for upper limit 2 pi. These limits are for values of theta because the integration is with respect to theta. So put theta equal to 2 pi minus theta equal to 0. So 2 pi minus 0 is 2 pi, and this is your I. So the answer is 2 pi I. Then you can remember directly this as a general equation of the circle in the complex form, or basic definition you can use, that is in this circle equation mod z minus a equal to r, put z equal to x plus iy, and then take real part together and imaginary part separate, that is x plus x minus a, this is your real part, plus iy imaginary term, and mod of this type of complex number is, so there is a formula mod x plus iy is equal to square root of x square plus y square. So here real part is x and imaginary part is y, so real part square plus imaginary part square in the square root. So here real part is x minus a, imaginary part is y, so square root of x minus a square plus y square is equal to r. Then take this squaring on both sides, x minus a square plus y square equal to r square. Again there is a shortcut equation to get the center and radius of the circle. So x minus a square plus y minus b square is equal to r square. This is your main basic general equation. Then this is your general equation of circle in complex number. From that also we can find center and radius. Then again this is your shortcut equation of circle, general circle, from which we can take, if this type of equation is given or this type of equation we have in the example, then directly from this type of equation we can get center and radius of the circle. That is, center is AB, that is x minus a. If there is a x minus a and y minus b, then center we have to take as a AB, and radius is square root of this right side, that is r square root is r. So radius we have to take as r. So here x minus a square plus y square means x minus a square is matched with this first term, but y minus we have the function as y minus b square. So here only y square is there, so you can take as y minus 0 bracket square. So x minus a square plus y minus 0 bracket square. So from this, center is a 0 and radius is r from this formula. So write this general formula of the circle. So this is the OR method, or you can directly remember this equation. From this directly you can write center is a0 and radius is r. So the next sub example is integration of z minus a raised to n dz equal to 0. So same circle equation is given for the curve C. So here again same substitution, z minus a, put z minus a equal to r e raised to I theta raised to n as it is. Dz value is r e raised to I theta I d theta. So the power simplification is there. So I take the separate power, r raised to, here r raised to n is, r power is n, and here again there is a r raised to 1, and here r raised to n, that is total is r raised to n and r raised to 1. So total is, base is same, indices we have to take the addition of indices, n plus 1. So r raised to n plus 1, then e raised to I theta raised to n, that is e raised to I theta n, then remaining term is e raised to I theta d theta. So then this integration is with respect to theta. So take I and r raised to n plus 1, which is constant, outside the integration sign. So I r raised to n plus 1 integration from 0 to 2 pi e raised to, as the base is same and we have to take the integration, both the functions are same, that is exponential function. So merge first. So e raised to I theta n, e raised to I theta. So take I theta from power as a common. So e raised to I theta take common, so n plus I. So take I theta common, so e raised to in bracket n plus 1 and outside the bracket I theta d theta. So I r raised to n plus 1 keep as it is, and e raised to integration is, we have to take the integration of this exponential function. So again use the e raised to bracket formula. So e raised to bracket, so b value is n plus 1 I theta. So put this b value n plus 1 into I theta here. So e raised to bracket integration is e raised to bracket into, this is the derivative formula. And for integration, just take this derivative of bracket term in the denominator. That is, e raised to bracket integration is e raised to bracket upon derivative of bracket. So e raised to bracket integration is e raised to bracket upon derivative of brackets. So here b value is n plus 1 I theta. So put this b value in this formula, we get e raised to b upon derivative of b, e raised to b upon derivative of b. So here in denominator derivative of b means b is your value n plus 1 I theta. So here derivative is with respect to theta. So n plus 1 I is constant. So constant into theta, its derivative is that constant only, because our formula is kx derivative with respect to x is k only, that constant only. So here constant is n plus 1 I is constant and variable is theta. So n plus 1 I into theta, its derivative with respect to theta is that constant only, n plus 1 into I. So here we use, for derivative of b, we use kx formula. Kx derivative is k. So n plus 1 I into theta, derivative with respect to theta is n plus 1 I. Put the limits, upper limit is 2 pi for theta equal to 2 pi and theta equal to 0. So r raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 as it is. Here I get cancelled. So e raised to I, put theta equal to 2 pi. So e raised to n plus 1 I 2 pi minus e raised to n plus 1 I into 0. Upper limit minus lower limit. E raised to I n plus 1 2 pi minus e raised to 0. So here we have to simplify this exponential term. So this is the general or basic, anything raised to 0 is 1. So we get the value of e raised to 0 as 1. But what is the value of e raised to I n plus 1 2 pi? So for that we have to use the formula e raised to I theta. So e raised to I theta formula is cos theta plus I sin theta. So e raised to I theta formula we have to use here to simplify this first term. So cos theta, so here theta value is this, e raised to I theta. So cos theta plus I sin theta. So cos n plus 1 2 pi plus I sin n plus 1 2 pi e raised to 0 is 1. Then separately calculate this value cos n plus 1 2 pi. So multiply this 2 pi to this n plus 1. So 2 pi n plus 2 pi and use the formula cos a plus b. Cos a plus b formula is cos minus sin ab. So this is the formula. Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. A value is 2n pi, b value is 2 pi. A value means first angle 2n pi, b value is second angle 2 pi. So cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. So we know sin 2 pi value from this circle. This circle we have studied in formulae list. So you can see or you can check the details of this circle. So sin 2 pi value is always 0. So 0 into sin 2 pi is 0. Then cos 2 pi value is 1. So 1 into cos 2n pi. Then again we can calculate, as the particular angle is not given in 2n pi for cos, but we can generally calculate this cos 2n pi also. From calc we can't get the number, but generally we write the particular answer for this cos 2n pi as n is any integer, but when we multiply this 2 number to this n or any number, that 2n number will get as always even number. So here 2n is even number. So even number into pi, that is cos of even multiple of pi. These angles lies on the x-axis at the right side of this cos circle. So here if we put 0 cos 0, then 1 cos 2 pi, again there is the same angle. If we put 1 cos 2 pi, 2 cos 4 pi, that is while we put the n values as 0 1 2 3 etc., then we get all the angles on the right side of this x-axis. That is on positive axis we get the all the angles. So on this side the cos value is always 1. So cos 2n pi value is always 1. You can remember as a formula, or you can remember this circle. From this circle we can within 2-3 seconds we can calculate cos 2n pi value. So cos 2n pi value is 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. 2n number is always even, because to any number when we multiply this 2 into 2 4, 2 into 3 6, that is even number. 2 into 4 8, even number. 2 into 20 40, even number. 2 into 17 34, even number. That is when we multiply this 2 number to the any number, we get the even number. So even multiple of pi, even number into pi, that is even multiple of pi. All these angles lies on this positive axis, and on this side the cos value is always 1. So cos 2n pi value generally equal to 1. Then again this value is 1. Then sin 2n plus 1 into 2 pi. So sin multiply again, similarly multiply this 2 pi to this, so sin 2n pi plus 2 pi. So here we use sin a plus, here sin, for sin n plus 1 2 pi, multiply this 2 pi to this bracket, sin 2n pi plus pi, sin 2n plus 2 pi. So use sin a plus b formula. Sin a plus b formula is sin cos plus cos sin, a b. So here a means first angle 2n pi, b means second angle 2 pi. So sin a cos b, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b plus cos a sin b. So here sin 2a pi value is always 0. So 0 into cos 2n pi. Cos 2n pi value is 1. Here we have already calculated. So this is 0. Then sin 2n pi value, cos 2 pi value is cos 0 1. Then cos 2 pi value is again cos 2 pi value is 1. So 1 into sin 2n pi. Sin 2n pi value is always 0 because again there is a 2n number which is even number. So even multiple of pi. These angles are on this right side, that is on the positive x-axis of this sine circle, and for sine circle on the right side the value of the sine of this all angles is 0. For cos it is different, one value is for these angles, but for sine, for these angles the value is 0. So sin 2n pi value is 0. So put this value here, we get r is to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 as it is. Cos n plus 1 2 pi value is 1 plus I into 0 minus 1, that is 0. So this is your first example. Same example is here, you can take as a assignment. Evaluate integration. Function is given where n is integer, c is the circle. The curve nature is given, and which is the circle. Instead of a, in previous example there is a, and instead of a it is given that mod z minus z not equal to r. Same example is this, you can take as a assignment. So the next is evaluate. The integration function is given in the form of xy variables and also z along the path. In previous example the path is given in the form of curve, and that curve is circle equation. But in this example the path is given as straight line. This is your straight line equation. How to check the equation, whether that equation is a straight line or not? Generally, for the hint you can remember, generally the power of x and y, if the power of x and y are 1, then that equation is of straight line equation. So here this is your straight line equation, and this is your parabolic equation. And for parabola generally the power of y or the power of x, if that power is 2, then that equation is of circle equation. So this is your standard circle equation. Again this is your well-known straight line equation. So here in this example integration function is given with the limits. In previous example limits are not given, but in this limits are given. So here function is, or integration function is given, and the path is given as the straight line and parabola. So how to solve this type of example? Because in previous example function is given and the path is given as the circle equation, then we use the substitution z minus a equal to r e raised to I theta, and solve that integration by using substitution method. And for limits, the limits are not given in the previous example. So for limits, we draw that circle, and to cover the whole area of that circle, from that hint we get the limits, that is from 0 to 2 pi. So here limits are given, but the path is different. Path is given as straight line equation and parabolic equation. So how to solve this type of example? The method is different. That is, here using this, let us see the first path, y equal to x. Here using this first path or first equation, we have to first find the value of dz. Here y equal to x means the value of y is given as x. So how to find the value of dz? So for dz, consider z equal to x plus iy. So this is the basic step, z equal to x plus iy. From that, the value of dz as, take the derivative on both sides. Z derivative is dz equal to x derivative is dx plus I is constant as it is, y derivative is dy. So you can take as a substitution. So in substitution method, this type of derivative we have to take. So z derivative is dz, x derivative is dx, I is constant, y derivative is dy. Then use this equation in this dz value. So as y equal to x is given, so take again derivative on both sides. Y derivative is dy, x derivative is dx. So here from y equal to x, we get dy value as dx. So put dy equal to dx here in this dz value. So dz equal to dx as it is, I as it is, and dy value is dx. We get this dy value from this equation. So these are the typical steps. That is, if the path is given in the form of straight line or parabola, instead of circle equation, if we have given the other path or other equation, then use this type of method. That is, first find dz value. For that, consider z equal to x plus iy. Take derivative on both sides, we get the value of dz, and in this value of dz, use this equation. So for using this equation, again we have to take the derivative of this equation on both sides. So y derivative is dy, x derivative is dx. So put dy equal to dx here only. So dx plus I dx, take dx common, 1 plus I. So this is your value of dz in the form of x variable. Then write the equation as 0 to 1 plus I x square plus iy dz. Put the value of dz as 1 plus I dx, and then again put the value of y also. So here from y equal to x, we get the value of dz by putting dy value. Again use this y equal to x value here. So we get x square right as it is, because we have to solve this integration, or we have to put this integration function in one variable only. So we are putting in x variable. So x square right as it is plus I as it is. Here the first equation is your y equal to x. So put y equal to x value here, and dz value is 1 plus I dx. And now solve this integration by using regular method. 1 plus I is constant, integration of x square plus ix dx. X square integration is x square by 3 plus I constant, x integration is x square by 2 from 0 to 1 plus I. Now the limits are different from this function, because this function is in x variable, that is Cartesian form, and these limits are in complex number. So from complex limits, we have to find the values of x, because this integration is with respect to x. So we have to find the values of x equal to lower limit, value of x equal to upper limit from these two complex limits. So here lower limit is 0, that is here given as z equal to 0, it is your lower limit, and z equal to 1 plus I is your upper limit. So z equal to 0, compare this z equal to 0 value with x plus iy, we get 0 means 0 plus 0 I. So by comparing we get x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. Again from upper limit z equal to 1 plus I, compare this 1 plus I with x plus iy, we get x equal to 1 and y equal to 1. But which value we have to select here? So this integration is with respect to x. So take x values, x equal to 0 to x equal to 1. So change these limits because the limits are given in the form of complex number. This integration is with respect to x. So take from this complex limits we have to take x values. So here we get x values by comparing the given complex limits with x plus iy. So x equal to 0 to x equal to 1 is your x limits. So x cube by 3 plus ix square by 2 from 0 to 1. Put upper limit first, that is x equal to 1, 1 by 3 plus I into 1 by 2, and put x equal to 0 for lower limit, 0 by 3, 0 by 2. So simplifying we get this 5i minus 1 upon 6. Here after multiplying we get I square, and as we know I value is minus 1, square root of minus 1, I square value is minus 1. So put that value I square equal to minus 1, we get this final answer 5i minus 1 upon 6. Next function or next path is given as y equal to x square. Again same method we have to use here. Y equal to x square, from this first find dz value, dz equal to dx plus I dy. So dx write as it is, I as it is, and we have to put the value of dy. So from this path equation, given path equation, first find dy value. So y derivative is dy by taking the derivative. Y derivative is dy is equal to x square derivative is 2x dx. This is your derivative in the substitution method. Substitution method type derivative we have to take here. So y derivative dy, x square derivative is 2x dx. So this is your value of dy. Put this dy value 2x dx here. We get dx I 2x dx. Take dx common, we get 1 plus 2ix. All the values we have to put in the integration, 0 to 1 plus I, x square plus iy dz. Dz value is this, put here. Then x square as it is, I as it is, y value is x square. This is given. This is your path equation. So y value is x square. Then take x square common, we get 1 plus I in bracket, so that is your constant. Take outside 1 plus I. So here take 1 plus I outside and integration from, again for the limits are same, complex limits are 0 to 1 plus I. In previous first type we get the limits x equal to 0 to x equal to 1, because this integration is with respect to x, so we have to find the limits in the form of x values. So here both the values we get, but we have to check the integration is with respect to x, so write the limits in the form of x values. So x equal to 0 to x equal to 1. So these are the values for x, for the limits x equal to 0 to x equal to 1. And then take 1 plus I outside, integration limits are changed, 0 to 1, 1 plus 2ix into x square, multiplying this x square to this bracket, x square plus 2i x cube dx. Take the integration, 1 plus I outside, x square integration x cube by 3 plus 2i constant, x square integration is x cube by 3 plus 2i constant, which is in multiplication form. So write as it is, 2i as it is, and x cube integration is x raised to 4 by 4 from 0 to 1. Put upper limit, these limits are for x, so x equal to 1 minus x equal to 0. So 1 cube by 3, 1 raised to 4 by 4, that is I by 2. This 2 by 4 is upon 2. And for 0, for lower limit x equal to 0, we get the 0 value. So simplifying this, we get 5i minus 1 by 6 as answer. Next example is evaluate the integration. So integration function is given with limit along the path is given along the straight line from z equal to 0 to z equal to 1 plus I. So here the example type is integration function with limits, and the path is given as the straight line, and the straight line is given in the point form. That is, straight line is from z equal to 0 to z equal to 1 plus I, and these are your complex points. So from complex number we get the xy points. That is, from z equal to 0 we get xy points as compare this 0 with x plus iy. So for comparison, take 0 as 0 plus 0i, we get x plus iy compare with 0 plus 0i. So x equal to 0, y equal to 0, and the whatever the values we get, xy values, this is your point in the xy graph. So for z equal to 0, the point is xy point, that is 0 0 point. And then for z equal to 1 plus I, z equal to 1 plus I, z equal to 1 plus I, we have to compare this complex number or this point, complex point, with x plus iy. So x value is 1, y value is I coefficient, that is 1. Compare this 1 plus I with x plus iy. So x value is 1, y value is ith coefficient is your y value. So y value is here, ith coefficient is nothing, that is 1. So y value is 1. So we get x value 1, y value 1, that is the xy point as 1 1. So from z equal to 0 we get the point xy point as 0 0, that is your origin, and from z equal to 1 plus I we get the another point xy point, that is 1 1. So plot these 2 points, xy 0 0 point, that is origin, and 1 1 point, take randomly here 1 1 point, and draw this line from this 0 0 point to 1 1 point, that is your straight line, and that is your path. So this integration we have to evaluate along this straight line from origin to, you can say, this point as A. So in this example we don't given the straight line equation. In previous example we have given directly the straight line equation and parabola equation, but in this example we have given only points, and from these 2 points whatever we get this straight line, along that straight line we have to evaluate this integration. So first point is, or first step is, we have to find the equation of this straight line. Once we get the equation of this straight line, then that example is converted to previous example, that is integration function and path equation is straight line equation. So integration function and path equation is straight line function. So this is your example, same as this, but in this example instead of y equal to x, that is path equation, we have given points of that straight line. So plot these 2 points, and these 2 points are in complex number. From this complex number find the xy points, 0 0 point and 1 1 point. Join these 2 points, we get the straight line. And what is the equation of this straight line? We have to find. So the equation of this straight line is y equal to x, because you can find, if we know how to find this equation of this straight line, if we know the 2 points, 2 end points of that straight line which is passing through these 2 points. So there is one basic formula, y minus y1. If these 2 points, if we denote these 2 points as x1 y1 point and x2 y2 point, then the straight line equation is, the formula is y minus y1 upon y1 minus y2 equal to x minus x1 upon x1 minus x2. So put x1 y1 value as 0 0 and x2 point y2 point as 1 1. Put here, and simplifying y minus 0 0 minus 1, that is y upon minus 1 equal to x upon minus 1, that is y equal to x. So we get the equation of that straight line. So using this formula, if we know the 2 points from through which the straight line passes, then if we know the 2 points then we can using this formula we can get the straight line equation. So the straight line equation is y equal to x. So this example is converted into previous example. So integration function is given, and from these 2 points we draw the straight line, and from this formula we get the straight line equation as y equal to x. So integration function and straight line equation is y equal to x. That is your previous example. So by using last example method you can solve the example. So here y equal to x is your straight line equation, or this is your path equation. So first find the dz value. For that, z equal to x plus iy, dz equal to dx plus I dy. This is we get same term throughout the any example. So dz equal to dx plus I dy, dx as it is, I as it is, dy value we have to put here. So here the path equation is y equal to x. Take the derivative on both sides. Y derivative is dy, x derivative is dx. So dy value is dx. Put here, take dx common, we get 1 plus I into dx. So here integration is 0 to 1 plus I. So here limits are complex limits. So here put the dz value, dx into 1 plus I, then x minus y value is x, that is your path equation. Y value is x, then ix square. So 1 plus I, simplify this, we get 1 plus I take outside, 0 to 1, x minus x get cancelled, ix square, I take outside as constant, x square integration is x cube by 3 from 0 to 1, because this integration is with respect to x. So from this complex limits we have to take only x values. So here from 1 plus I x value is 1, and from 0 x value is 0. So x is 0 to x equal to 1. So put the limits 1 by 3 minus 0, that is, multiply this I to this bracket, I plus I square upon 3, and put the upper limit minus lower limit, 1 cube by 3 minus 0, that is 1 by 3, I square value is 1, I square value is minus 1, that is I minus 1 by 3. This is your answer. Thank you.